Hi there, thanks for stopping by my channel to check out Studio Series 86 Scrapheap with me. He is the third release of the motorcycle Junkions. I'm actually surprised at the amount of paint and retooling on him.
What a pleasant surprise!
He was designed by Flora Derry, just like the other ones for the Transformers, the movie in 1986. He is also the first one of these three to come with a gun instead of the axe thingy, and I wish the other ones would have come with guns. I do wish that he would have come with a mace. That would have been cool because that's what he used in the film. At least he has his iconic, weird-looking gun. Let me know what you think about him in the comments. Please make sure you ring the bell for notifications. Hit that like button. Hit the downvote button if you have to. And without any further ado, let's get to the review. Okay, and let's get a look at him in his packaging here. Junkion Scrapheap. Picture on the front. There he is in the box, windowless. Transformers. 86. I think it's the 24th one. There he is on the side. You get the little 86 from the packaging there. On the back, we have robot to motorcycle mode in 24 steps, and it shows the backdrop, which looks like to be the planet of junk. And Junkion Scrapheap. This side, we got a close-up of his face. On the top, the Transformers, the movie. All right, I'm going to open this guy up and check out the box's contents. And everything opened up inside the package, you do get a instruction sheet, which details on how to perform the transformation. You get a gun, finally. And this is actually painted, which looks nice. You see where the pegs are. The molded plastic is like the beige color. But it's pretty good and representative of his gun that's in the concept art. So that's really cool. And I like that even though it's waffled a bit, it still has some detail in that waffle to kind of make it not so hollow. That's I hope they start doing that more because that's good. If you're going to make something hollow, at least give it some detail and make it look nice. I don't particularly like the nubs not being, the posts not being painted, but it is what it is. But otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. Wheels, you get two of them, and they are exactly the same as we got before. Before we get to the figure, we see the backdrop here, which is the planet junk, like I said. And I think it's the same as the what we've got before. I don't remember. I'd have to dig mine out and look. But you could put the figure right in there, like so. All right, and here's the figure. We'll do some more turnarounds and stuff later. I think he looks pretty good. So let's get in close up on that head sculpt. It looks pretty good. There's actually a good amount of paint on this. It's got blue paint for the windshield right there. The whole head here is painted red. The eyes are painted red. I guess a red-orange. The face is painted beige. Because I think that's paint. Maybe it's the plastic color? It might be the plastic color. So I guess the face is painted. It looks good, though. It almost looks like paint. It looks nice. Actually, that's a really nice color of plastic they put on there. The head looks good. And then you move down to the chest. Chest is not painted, but it does have the little red pieces painted. The gold is not. It's just plastic. Same with the little for rectangles here, not painted. The belt is, though. The belt is painted. Painted red. And it matches, actually. It matches super well. That's why I thought this was not plastic. It's pretty nice. Shoulders also remolded along with the head, the chest, and everything else. The belt, remolded shoulders. And this piece also looks to be painted. You can see a little bit of red showing through there, a little bit of underspray. So this piece is all painted too. You can tell by that shine on it. Looks good. The biceps there. I might as well go through articulation while we're doing this. The head is on the ball joint. It has the same articulation as the rest. You can look up. Can't look down. 360. And then there's this bicep swivel. Not quite 90 here. This piece is also painted. It's molded in beige, but painted even on the inside where the hollow bits are painted for this. And this is a whole new cast piece right there on his forearm. His hands also newly cast. He doesn't have any spikes. Not painted, but he gets a wrist swivel. Moving down to the waist, he has 360 at the waist. He has a slight ab crunch, maybe not as much as the others, but it's there. The crotch piece is the same old piece we've seen before. Same with the bags on the saddle bags on the side. Same thighs, not unpainted. Moving down to the knees, these are painted a gold. It's supposed to match the top, but doesn't really match. Not really that big of a deal. Looks good. Inside, waffles right there, just like the other ones. And this is all paint on the side. There's the other side. Now this is a new addition too. You see these little pegs here. So that's for a transformation. That's new. That was not on the other ones. His feet. Interestingly enough, they actually remodeled this part. This is a whole new remolded piece. It is unpainted. It is the same gold plastic as this. And looks good. I actually like the fact that they went through a lot to repaint it. On the back, there's not a whole lot of paint. You see the tank here. It has handlebars, and it's the back of him. So it looks like it's kind of brown. But you can see on the back of the head, briefly, there is some gauges on there. I wish these were painted. These would be really cool because they went through the trouble of actually sculpting it in there. So I like that. That's cool. A lot like Rekgar in that regard. And so moving into his gun here, you can place his gun in his hand. Like so. And I guess, I don't think there's any other place for it. He has 5mm ports, so you can't really put it anywhere else. His character model looks more like this with the gun here. But in the instructions, it shows to put both the tires on the arms, which I guess looks okay. I do wish he came with a mace like in the movie. That would be really cool. Like a chain and a mace, but I guess what can you do? But otherwise, he looks pretty good. Definitely looks pretty good. Go ahead and just leave these to the side because I like kind of the clean look on this guy. I love the spikes, and they're not bent like on Rekgar. Speaking of Rekgar, there he is standing next to Rekgar. And here he is with Junkyard. So they all look fairly different with the retooling. I think they did a pretty good job on these three. It's pretty nice. Okay, so transformation is a little different, but primarily the same as the rest. It has some different parts, and the legs are a little different. So first what we're going to do is just go ahead and stick the fists in and around the back cavities there that are open. And then open the chest piece here. Go ahead and unpeg it from here and fold it out. And then get the arms out of the way. Now there is a little bit of tolerance issue here because you kind of got to move them back. Well, I guess it'll work. You got to move them all the way back to get this thing out. But see, then they hit these here, so you got to move them back before hitting the handlebars and move it up because it is a very large piece. Then you take this piece here, move that out. That whole piece is a newly molded piece. Take the arms up, fold them in, and like this. Actually, before you do that, we gotta get the head in there. So fold the ears back, move this back in, up and through. And I get that positioned in there. Then you can move the arms kind of around, like so. And you got these holes here, and they tab into here. Let me move this other one around too. Straighten out the elbow, in and around. I'm just going to leave them like that for now, because we are going to go ahead and pull this joint out, just like the other ones. It kind of tabs in here, but doesn't really stay, so you just got to leave it there. So take the legs. Now, ooh, that's the first time that happened. I guess watch out for that on your copies. Maybe just hit something to... Yeah, look at that. Kind of knocks into here. Ooh, that has not happened to my other ones. It comes off real easy. But luckily, snaps back in, and normally it's not a problem. That's interesting. So, legs. Again, turn them around. There's a tab right there and a slot in the back. So you move the foot all the way down and then click it in. Same thing. Click it in. I'm going to take a wheel right here and go ahead and just peg that in to that hole there. And there is a slot there and a peg here. So So let's take the legs and line them up, close them together on the other side of the wheel, and then you can slot those together. So take the arms, get yourself the other wheel. There's those holes right there. Peg in. And let's see here. This piece needs to be up and in away like that. Move these in. Kind of position them, and then go ahead and tab these in. Same on the other side. Position them. Make sure you get the wheel in. Tab that in. Tab that in. And so we have something like this. So the front end, there's these 2 tabs and slots. Just fold that in, and they friction in there. They're not like holes where they go in. Head stays there. Go ahead and move those out a little bit. And then now here's a piece that I don't like. So you have these tabs right there, and they slot into the bottom of the feet, of the toes. The problem with this is that this is a painted piece. And over time, like I've transformed this a couple times now, and of course, like over time, I could see them, you know, because they're a tight fit. So they go on the inside. So you gotta kind of squeeze it. And then, or they go on the outside, sorry. Squeeze that together, make sure it fits. They fit tight, but it's, I can see that rubbing off, that paint there. But there he is in motorcycle mode. Now, like the other ones, he does have some kickstands, which are on his shins this time around instead of on the backs of their legs. You go ahead and just stick those down, and he stands up just fine. Now, the newly remolded pieces on here look pretty good. I like the pipes here. It makes the good-looking exhaust ports for both the back and the front. You still get that waffling that shows up there. There's the remolded front, just like the movie. I wish this had some paint on it, the tank. Otherwise, I think it looks pretty good. You could take his gun in this mode and those tabs on the side, slot in the 5mm ports right there, and I think it looks really decent. Here he is with Wreck-Off for comparison in bike mode. And here he is with Junkyard. So as you can see, they are all different in a lot of ways. The front ends are similar between these. This one's entirely different. And there they are on the side. In all honesty, I think I like this. The whole pieces being new really work. This is kind of hollow here, but I think it's kind of a necessary thing. I think it works. I like the retooled parts. One thing I did forget to mention is this here piece. Where the seat goes in here, there's a tab there. So I thought it was the same as this one, but it's not. This is actually smooth. This isn't. This is also a retooled piece, the gas tank. There's a ton of retooled stuff on them. So these are good, and they all feel very different and look very different from each other. That's just really, really cool. So I guess the major question is, should you get this guy? Yes. Yes, you should. He's really good. If you have the other ones, he's really good. He's definitely one to have for the complete trio of them. He's a fun one. I like this one better than the last one. And I think he holds together really well. He does have those couple pieces, like I've mentioned here, which I think are painted parts that slide on, which would mean this is a painted part too. Paintwork on it's really good. They even painted the inside. They didn't skimp out on the paint. Maybe they could have put some on the chest. Other than that, I think they didn't skimp out on it. Quality-wise, it's pretty top. It's pretty up there. So for those reasons, I strongly recommend it. Anyway, I appreciate you watching my video, and I appreciate you sticking around. Please let me know what you think of this guy in the comments, and I'll talk to you later.